poorly scripted drama last night, whose architects and scripters and poor directors only wanted to invoke public emotions and incite Kenyans. And this is following the dwindling support of their subversive activities in political rallies around the country, especially by the political class. You will recall yesterday His Excellency the President, the Deputy President, and the House leadership met with 32 members of Jubilee, who stated categorically that they are not in the business of engaging in subversive activities around the country in the pretext of political rallies. I am also aware from where I sit that members of parliament from ODM and other new affiliated parties have sought audience with His Excellency the President, especially members of parliament from Kisii. They had intended to seek audience with the President on the same issues of to disassociate themselves from the subversive activities of the Azimio leadership and those who sponsor them. And therefore, last night's drama, Matiang'i's house, was one to excite people's emotions, invoke public sympathy, but it's also a script that we would describe as a perfect case of the guilty being always afraid. But you remember when 300 police officers were sent to arrest the Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. You are all present, many of you media people. You witnessed everything that happened, right from Citizen TV studios the night before to the following day when Ndindi Nyoro was being arrested in Murang'a by over 300 police officers. And you could see the police officers. You remember when the Honorable Oscar Sudi's house was raided by close to 550 officers in the wee hours of the night. There were photographs, there were videos of the officers even breaking into his gate. You will remember when Senator Lagat, former Senator Bomet, was being arrested. You could see the policemen. We want to challenge the scripters of last night's drama to show Kenyans a single photograph or a video recording of the officers they purport to have been in Matiang'i's house. Not a single photograph has been availed, not even a CCTV surveillance of that residence. Not even a video recording from Matiang'i's or his house girls or his watchman's or his gardener's phone. None. And surprisingly, even the media house that purported to have been on scene, their cameras, in a very mysterious way, could not capture a single policeman. The best they could capture is Raila Odinga and some funny media-craving lawyer purporting that he has an army of 200 other lawyers, who again could not be seen. Therefore, this script and all this drama was a figment of a few people's imagination within ODM, an act out of desperation, an act aimed at inciting Kenyans and invoking public sympathy. It's unfortunate that a person the caliber and standing of a former Prime Minister and former de facto Assistant President to Uhuru Kenyatta could, in the wee hours of the night, wake up to go and act on the roadside. We want to ask Raila Odinga, because he had his phone, and the scripter of this drama had his phone there, to share with Kenyans one photograph, one video, or anything they have of any officers that were around Matiang'i's house. And if the intent was to scare the Inspector General of Police, the Inspector General of Police has stated severally, he runs an independent office and he will do his work without prompting from anybody, neither will he be intimidated by the actors of these scripts. Therefore, if you are acting to dissuade or to discourage or to intimidate the Inspector General of Police or any other security agencies or investigative agencies, we want, as members of Parliament, to encourage all our investigative agencies and security agencies deal with all Kenyans in accordance with the law and without fear or favor. And don't allow yourselves to be intimidated by those who think that they can intimidate you with scripted drama.